how to make the narcissist do what you want. Are you ready to be dunked in the bath of ice, cold, hard logic? Good, because you are going to be. This is a common title. My sensible and dedicated listeners have drawn my attention to this, that there are those that profess to be able to give you the key to the kingdom, the magic beans, the magic potion, to cause you to know how to make the narcissist do what you want. First of all, you've got to ask yourself this question. You know that you're dealing with a narcissist. Therefore, why are you not obeying the first golden rule of freedom, which is, once you know you go, you get out and you stay out? Why are you not running a mile from the narcissist? Why are you not building your no-contact defenses tall and high? Why are you contemplating the continued interaction with somebody who has abused you? Why are you continuing to want to occupy your mind, your thoughts, your energy, your time, your money with somebody that has caused you repeated problems? Why is it that you want to continue to give them fuel when you know that it is the lifeblood of the narcissist? Why is it that you want to expose yourself to potential failure with malign hoovers that follow? Have you not had enough of being abused? Have you not had enough of being made to feel less than you actually are? Do you want to be hit again? Do you want to be subjected to the tongue lashing, the miserable comments of the narcissist that denigrate you and abuse you and devalue you? You want more of that, do you? Do you not want to ensure that you are able to recover from what has happened to you, that you walk on that path to victory, and that you distance yourself from your abuser? You will slow that process down by heightening your emotional thinking. So you must ask yourself, when I am told repeatedly that I must stay away from the narcissist, that I must not do anything with them, that I must stay out of the 5 arenas of interaction, why am I being compelled to think that I want the narcissist to do what I want? Well, if you are saying, well, HG, I want the narcissist to leave me alone, good for you. You can't make the narcissist decide to do that. You can't say to the narcissist, and I have consulted with people who've tried this, to say, where they've gone to the narcissist and said, please don't contact me any longer. Like that's going to happen. That's like saying to a lion, please don't eat antelope any longer, have a veggie burger instead. Isn't going to occur. You are sensible to want the narcissist to leave you alone, but you can't make the narcissist do that for you. You can't persuade, cajole, threaten the narcissist. Why? Because you will threaten our control. And we are calibrated in such a way that where you do something which threatens our control when viewed from our narcissistic perspective, we are duty-bound to nullify that threat to control and assert control over you. We do not have a choice. The lesser and mid-range narcissists do this instinctively and unconsciously. The greater and the ultra do so with a choice of weapons to use against you, but still with no choice with regard to the assertion of control. It must be done. Your threat must be nullified, and we must assert control over you once again. This is what must always occur. And therefore, if you come to us saying, I want you to stay away from me, you won't make us do it. What you must do is look to your own defences. You can make us stay away by ensuring that you follow my work with regard to the creation of a solid and total no-contact regime, that you have no physical involvement with us, that you cut all communications. You don't spend your time mooching around on our social media profiles and all of the other material and information that I provide to you through my books, videos, and the material that is contained in the Knowledge Vault. And if you want specific help, then indeed, you will be able to consult with me to gain my expert insight to help you build that no-contact regime. I've helped so many people achieve this. And then you make the narcissist stay away from you because he or she can't get to you. So you have succeeded in that regard. If you want to make the narcissist give you money, if you go and ask for it, if you happen to get it back, that's called serendipity. The narcissist only gave you the money because it suited the narcissist to do so, to control you, to look good, to bolster the facade. Your pleasant request wasn't what caused the narcissist to do it. What you managed to do was avoid annoying the narcissist so that their stated desire to repay you didn't become derailed, because that is what you risk doing. If you turn up full of blood and thunder, saying, "Oi, conkerbollocks, you owe me £2,000 or $4,000, pay up now, or I'll sue you," all that'll happen is you issue challenge fuel to the narcissist, and the narcissist will respond by rejecting that, failing to repay you, and concocting some evidence to deny that they owe you the money. And you're no further forward, and what have you just done? You've given fuel to the narcissist, he wins. You've become frustrated, and your attempt to recover money has failed. You've lost. You've interacted with the narcissist by entering an arena of interaction, and you've increased your emotional thinking. You've lost. Instead, where the narcissist owes you money, you either decide, my no-contact regime is more important, I'll write that sum off, or, where I've got evidence to demonstrate that the money is owed and I know the narcissist can afford to repay me, I'll put it in the hands of a lawyer and they will sue them on their behalf. I will use the law to make the narcissist do what I want, because I cannot compel the narcissist by sheer force of personality, appealing to their supposed better side, through threat or cajolement. And anybody that suggests that you can doesn't understand narcissism. Please grasp this point. We have been created as a consequence of a genetic predisposition towards narcissism allied with a lack of control environment. This means we are hypersensitive. We have a hair trigger to threats to our control. You don't see it in the same way, but we have that ultra-sensitivity to a threat to our control. And thus, from your perspective, we see threats where you don't. But to us, they are genuine, because our perspective causes us to see them that way. It's a little bit like the schizophrenic that says that there is a plot in the registration plates of cars to assassinate Joe Biden. That schizophrenic doesn't sit there and think, I know there isn't, but I'll make this up for shit and giggles. They genuinely and honestly believe that, because in their reality, that is what they see. And that's why they become so distressed when people point out to them that it isn't there. Similarly, the narcissist sees threats to control through our reality, which is different from yours. And therefore, you will do things which threaten the narcissist's control, and therefore the narcissism as a self-control mechanism says, no, we are not going to do what you want, even though it might even be deemed to be beneficial to us, because you have put it in such a way that you are threatening our control, and therefore that will be resisted. You can't threaten a narcissist. You can't force a narcissist. You can't persuade or cajole or tickle the belly of a narcissist to get the narcissist to do what you want with any guarantee of success. And if anybody tells you that you can do that, they really don't understand narcissism. Let me tell you from my perspective, the number of times people have tried to get me to do things that they wanted, and I've rejected them wholesale. Why? Because they're threats to my control. The only way to get a narcissist to do something that you want is whereby you've got recourse to legal proceedings so you can bring the teeth of the law. So, if it is to compel the narcissist to give you access to your child, use the law. If it is to break up the relationship with the narcissist by virtue of the dissolution of the marriage, use the law. If it is to get a fair settlement with regard to the assets of the marriage on divorce, use the law. Recover money from the narcissist, use the law. Stop the narcissist asking you for money, use the law. Recover your property from the narcissist, use the law. That's what it's there for. And if there is no legal remedy available to you, forget about it, because all you're doing is setting yourself up to fail. Do not fall prey to incidents of success by thinking that you have somehow successfully manipulated the narcissist, or appealed to the narcissist's better nature, or have somehow caused them to see the force of the evidence that you have, so the narcissist has gone, I better pay up. No, the narcissist only did it because it suits the narcissist to do it, and you gained the win as well. So if a narcissist repays you, it's because it suits him to do so. And indeed, in certain instances, you might witness a complete volte-face in the behaviour of the narcissist, so they suddenly do what you want, whereas before they were fighting you tooth and nail. The reason? It's now what the narcissist wants, so they grant it to you. A classic example of that takes place within divorce proceedings. You're painted black. The narcissist argues with you about the children, about the house, about the spousal maintenance, and then all of a sudden turns around and makes an offer to you, which is not only fair, but is even more generous than what you were asking for previously. You scratch your head. Why is the narcissist doing this now? Answer: it's not because they've suddenly seen that they're going to lose. It isn't because they've looked at your evidence and realised that they're on a hiding to nothing. It isn't because they're frightened that you're going to expose them. It is because, in the world of the narcissist, it suits their purposes to get rid of this divorce and give you X amount of money. Why? They've got a new intimate partner primary source, and they want to revel in the golden period and play with this shiny new toy, and you're a thorn in the side and must be gotten rid of. And if that means paying you X £100,000 for you to go away, the narcissist will do it, because it's their choice, and they are asserting control over you by giving you X amount of money. And if you happen to want that as well, bully for you. But it's primarily because the narcissist wants it. And it then allows them to assert control over the primary source, because they can focus all of their attention on that individual without being reminded of your treacherous presence through the ongoing divorce process. You cannot make the narcissist do what you want unless you have the evidence and the locus standi, the ability, the cause in law. And where you have, and you can afford to do it, and you see that it's worthwhile doing, then go down that route. In all other instances, use this logic. I can't control that which is designed not to be controlled. If you think that you can, your emotional thinking is driving that. Speak to me, and I'll help you understand how you won't succeed. Or, feel free, go ahead and try. And find out you fail. And if you do succeed, understand it's not because of what you've done, it's because the narcissist wanted it. But that is few and far between. Most occasions, and you know this from the repeated interactions you've had with the narcissist, that you couldn't get the narcissist to do what you want. Those that tell you that you can don't understand the dynamic with the narcissist. Or they're so full of their own grandiosity, and they're most likely mid-range narcissists telling you this, that they think that they can manipulate a manipulator. They think that you can control the narcissist, and it suits their purposes to give you this drop of false hope that you can. All they're doing is drawing you in, manipulating you, conning you, causing you to believe that you can achieve this when you can't. The far better outcome for you is to understand you cannot make the narcissist do what you want. And in those circumstances, if you need to get a result, appertaining, as I say, to divorce, children, the return of money, etc., keeping somebody away from you, then use the law. That is what it's there for. Get your evidence together, and I can certainly help you in getting the best result with regard to the law. I do that repeatedly for people when they are in litigious situations with the narcissist. But if you're not going to have recourse to the law, do not think that there's anything else that you can do to make the narcissist do what you want. You're adopting a fool's errand, and you're listening to people that don't understand narcissism. Do not waste your time trying to manipulate a narcissist. Focus on your own recovery. Focus on no contact. Focus on staying away. Because all you'll do is invite the devil's pitchfork, and it'll embed itself in your side and to your detriment. Take it from me. I know what I am. I know how my kind operate. Listen to the people that have received my advice and realize how it all works. Understand how they have become successful by realizing, I can't achieve this, so I'm not going to bother trying. Part of all of this is not telling you the things that you want to hear, it's telling you what you need to hear. A lot of understanding narcissism is based upon this. Knowing what you can't do just as much as what you can do. Knowing what won't happen as much as what will happen. They're just equally important. But too often, as a consequence of misguided misinformation and grandiosity and blindness because they're narcissists. Too many people tell you the things that you want to hear, and you end up in a detrimental situation. Heed these words. The only way to make the narcissist do what you want is to focus on utilization of the law, or, if you want them to stay away from you, is to build a solid no-contact regime, and my work gives you the tools. Everything else, forget about it. You're going to be on a fool's errand, and you will only come to regret it. I'm H.G. Tudor. Thank you for listening.